Hello dear viewers, I want to tell you a historical story, so please sit closer to the screen. Please enjoy and listen. There are places where freedom is not a right. It is a memory people whisper about, because speaking too loudly can cost their lives. This is one of those places, a land ruled by fear, where soldiers decide who eats and who disappears. And in this world, one boy would change everything. His name was Ethan Cole. He was not a warrior. He was not a leader. He was just a farmer's son, born into chains he never agreed to wear. Ethan lived a simple life. Fields, dust, silence, and the constant sound of boots in the distance. Soldiers ruled the land with iron control. They took what they wanted. They punished whoever resisted. People stopped asking questions, because questions were dangerous. Ethan's father was the only one who still spoke against them, and that made him a target. One morning, the village was forced into silence. Soldiers gathered everyone in the square. Ethan stood in the crowd, unable to move, unable to breathe. His father was dragged forward, bruised, shackled, but not broken. And before everything ended, he looked at Ethan and said, "Freedom is never given, it is taken." Then silence, then a shot, and everything inside Ethan died. Night fell, but Ethan did not sleep. Something inside him had changed. Not anger, something deeper, something irreversible. He followed a soldier patrol into the dark forest. Every step felt like a betrayal of who he used to be, but he kept going. Because grief does not ask permission. It only pushes forward. When the soldiers stopped, Ethan raised a stolen weapon. His hands shook. For a moment, he hesitated. Then, bang! The first soldier fell. Time froze. Then panic. Bang! Another one. The third ran, but Ethan did not. He stepped forward and ended it. Silence returned to the forest. But Ethan was no longer the same boy who entered it. Morning came, and with it whispers. Someone had killed the soldiers. Not a rumor anymore. A truth. Fear spread through the empire. Hope spread through the people. And in that space between fear and hope, a movement began. Farmers, workers, outcasts, they started gathering around Ethan. Not because he asked, but because they needed something to believe in. Even if it was dangerous, even if it was impossible. Far away, Captain Rowan studied reports. He was not like other commanders. He did not rush. He understood patterns. He understood fear. And he understood people like Ethan. Rebellions do not die in battle, he said. They die inside. And so he waited, not to attack, but to break them from within. She arrived without warning. Eliza, strong, calm, unafraid. She did not bow to Ethan. She questioned him, every plan, every decision. But slowly something formed, trust, and something more dangerous than trust, understanding. She saw what Ethan was becoming, and she was not sure if it was salvation or destruction. The attack was perfect. Too perfect. The soldiers knew everything. It was an ambush. Fire swallowed the night. Screams replaced strategy. And Ethan realized the truth too late. Someone had betrayed them. A young man stepped forward, trembling. They had my family. Silence. Ethan looked at him and pulled the trigger, not out of hate, but necessity. But something inside the group cracked that day. Trust had started dying. Ethan stopped sleeping, stopped hesitating, stopped feeling. Eliza noticed it first. "You're not saving them anymore," she said. "You're becoming the war." Ethan did not answer, because part of him knew she was right, but another part no longer cared. Captain Rowan struck, but not with force, with precision, with timing, with intelligence. The rebellion walked into a trap. Explosions shattered the night. Everything collapsed, and Eliza was caught in the chaos. Ethan reached her too late. Eliza lay in Ethan's arms, breathing slowly, fading. "Don't lose yourself." Ethan held her hand tighter, but she was already gone, and in that moment, something inside Ethan shut down completely. Not anger, not grief, something worse. Emptiness. Ethan stood alone. No army, no hope, only silence. And in that silence, Captain Rowan appeared. "I watched you become this. Now let's end it." Ethan looked at him, and for the first time, he smiled. "I don't want to end it. I want to erase it." Steel met steel. Strategy met instinct. Mon met mon. Rowan fought with control. Ethan fought with nothing left to lose. Every strike was heavier than the last. Every breath closer to collapse. Rowan whispered, "You are still human." Ethan replied, "No, I stopped being human when I chose this path." A final clash. Both fell, breathing heavily, broken but alive. Silence returned. The Empire was weakened, but not destroyed. Rowan was gone. Ethan survived, but something important was missing. Peace did not arrive, only aftermath, and a question no one could answer. Was freedom worth what it became? Ethan disappeared into history, not as a hero, not as a villain, but as something in between. A warning, a legend, a shadow.